Good Friday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. This is a special winter edition of a live stream on both Facebook and YouTube because we're going to talk about some snow. Now, I know what you probably heard. I know what you might have, maybe a rumorville. Somebody told me that we might be doing this, we might be getting that. I might see something, but I might not get something. We're going to cover all that and what we might see down the road, which might be impressive. Maybe it's just a nothing burger, but we're going to explore all that. But I want to say happy Friday to you if you're on the call. Good morning to you. You'll notice behind me they have a couple of counties, the Plateau primarily, not primarily, only the Plateau, is under a winter weather advisory. Well, wait a second. You mean this morning? No. This starts at 6 p.m. Central Time tonight. So if you're in Crossville, you're in Jamestown, you're in Lake Tansy, you're in Fairfield Glade, you're in Grimsley, you're going to find that there's going to be a little more snow showers for you. But the ultimate Doppler radar, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the best vacuum, I should say the best express car wash at a vacuum in East Tennessee. Check them out. It's like getting 2 car washes for the price of 1. You might want to wash the car after some snow showers come down at Jamestown, Crossville. In fact, these are the words. I'm taking it from them. It's paraphrased, but essentially up to 1 inch for most in the purple shaded counties and up to 2 inches for the higher elevations. And again, that's time frame here is Central Time, 6 p.m. tonight till 6 a.m. Saturday. So when it gets dark tonight, that's when all the fun begins. It all unfolds. And this comes from by way of the National Weather Service in Nashville. They go, Nashville? I thought Morristown did. No, they don't govern those 2 counties. Cumberland and Fentress are actually governed by Nashville. They divvy it up. But anyway, I want you to know where the weather advisories are. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, I'm in Wartburg. What am I going to get? Probably not much at all. Well, I'm in Oneida. It's just a few miles away. Probably not much at all. And again, the key word is up to. Up to means some of you might get up to, maybe higher elevations, more prone. We talk about that all the time. Smokies, colder, they typically see more flakes. We get more drops. It's about the way it goes. And the probability today is about 30%. So if you're on the call, I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to be looking over here on my shoulder. I'm on YouTube. Just want to say hi to you. Marilyn Bell says, good morning, everyone. It's Friday. She says she traveled to Middlesboro, Kentucky. She has the old spelling. I like that, too. They like both. I've been there yesterday. And Claiborne County was salting the roads. I love it. Well, they're ready for something, right? It's the panic before the panic or something such like that. And if a weatherman says those 2 words, one starts with a B and then it's in an L, the other one's with an M. I'm thinking bread and milk. Yeah, people go crazy, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Trust me, we're not there yet. But anyway, that's on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I'd love to hear from you. We'll pop over here to this tab, and I can see Danny says, David, hope you have a great weekend. Let's go Vols. Big game on Saturday. We've got the game forecast coming up. Fred says, good morning, David. Feels like snow flurries. It does, and we will see some. Again, it may be hard. Even some of the flakes are so small. They're even hard to pick up on radar. So that's just sometimes the way it goes. But Fred, thank you for being here. Dennis Hatcher, one of my premium members, says it's cold, and he's got 34 degrees in Dandridge. So keep your comments coming because I'd love to hear what you are seeing or feeling this morning. But just want to let you know what was issued since last night from our friends at the National Weather Service in Nashville. That's Cumberland, Fentress County, where the possibility of up to 1 inch of snow for most. Now, temperatures right now in Crossville, 32. They're freezing. And we're 37. Do you think that if it was precipitating, that we would see more flakes in Crossville? Of course not. They're colder. Look at Jamestown. They're 6 degrees colder than McGee-Tyson. It's just the way it goes. I know there's like, it's not fair, but they're twice as high in elevation. They're 1,800 feet above sea level. We're about 900 feet, and that's generous. Knoxville, a little under 900 feet in elevation. It's 36 right now in Morristown, 36 in Newport. Those are current temperatures. We're going to look at wind chills in a moment. But visibility, not an issue this morning. 10 is the max, so if you have 10 miles an hour, or 10 miles an hour, 10 miles of visibility, you're looking A-okay. Again, the ultimate Doppler radar presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. If your car is in need of a cleaning, check them out. Like 2 car washes for the price of 1. You can see there are some snow showers in Evansville, just north of Bowling Green. It's snowing right now, but there's not a whole lot here. Possibility of something developing today, and we're going to look at that in the future cast here in mere moments. It is, by the way, 6:44. My goal is to be done at the top of this hour. I do that most every day, Tuesday through Friday mornings, and you can see there's an ugly mix in pink. When you see that, that's typically ice. It's a combination of freezing rain and sleet, and they got quite a bit of that in north of Montreal and in parts of Maine, certainly northeastern Maine. They're kind of dealing with the winter mess that is associated with ice and freezing rain. Meanwhile, it's snowing near St. Louis and also in northern Arkansas. So is it any wonder some of that energy has to spin down here? So it's got to go whoop. It's going to come in today and tomorrow. Will it amount to much? No. It'll be something you see, but not something you get. You follow my logic? Some people are, are we going to get something? Leave the shovel, keep it in the garage. Keep it in the garage. But you'll see a few flakes, and some of you will say, yeah, it wasn't a big deal. Those weather people just drummed it all up and made a big story. No, I'm just telling you it's going to precipitate. You can see the spin on this image. Tracking of the clouds and the rain, you can see it just north of Paducah. Some of that energy is going to spin in here, and again, it could produce a few frosted flakes in a neighborhood near you. Now, there's not much in the way of breaks in the clouds. We'll find plenty of clouds today, maybe a more mostly cloudy afternoon. But temperatures, again, if you're just visiting, just joining me now on YouTube or Facebook, it's 34 Jacksboro. It's 36 Madisonville. And we have 36 degrees in Athens. Maryville coming in just above freezing, 34 for Newport. And if you throw in some wind, I believe we have a little bit, 6 miles an hour. Now, if you have a 0 next to your title, your name there, Oak Ridge does not have a wind, so they don't get a wind chill. You get a wind chill. No. If you don't have a wind, you don't get a wind chill. So here, that's why some of these are blank. But it does feel like it's 26 Crossville right now. That's cold. Feels like 25 in Jamestown. How cold do you feel? How cold do you want to feel? Just for the sake of the morning. You made it to Friday. This is the last Friday of the year. We're starting a whole new, the ball drop. We're going to talk about that temperature, too, coming up here in a moment. Brenda Perkins says, is Jellicoe going to get any precipitation? 30% chance, Brenda. Great question. 30% chance. That means there's a 70% chance I won't? Bingo. Bingo. Exactly. So it's not going to be widespread. But the possibility is there. So I won't say it's 0. But 30%, this is not a get snow. This is I might see it snow. That's it. And most of it could change over to drops by the afternoon because we'll get in the lower 40s here in the valley. Wanda Poe says, Happy New Year, everyone. Please be safe. Alice has got a cup of coffee with her, a virtual one. Happy New Year. Good morning. Praying, she says, that no snow for her area. So we'll converse it for Alice. Alice, you have a 70% chance you don't get anything. Not even a sighting of a flake today. That's just the probability is not the easiest thing. People understand you flip a coin, it's 50-50, unless I guess it lands on its side. But you know what I mean. You go to a roulette wheel in Vegas, it might land on green. I thought it was red or black. Well, there's always 1 or 2 of those green slides. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, wind chill. Feels like 32 right now in Knoxville. And we're 7 degrees colder right now as compared to this time yesterday morning. 6:47, we're going to keep moving. And some of these slides I'm going to show you might make your head explode if you're on Team Spring. But it might actually give goosebumps to those on Team Snow. Stay with me. I'll show you what I mean. Current temperatures right now, 36 in Johnson City, 39 in Nashville. If you're headed down to Chattanooga, they're currently at 40. And any precipitation that comes in, if you're in the upper 30s to near 40, it's just not going to amount to much. And most of it may change to drops faster than you would hope. And that would be the case as well for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not much different than it will be today. Sunrise and sunset, 7:45, a little less than an hour now. It goes to bed at 5:31. Will I need my sunglasses today? Probably not. That's why I left the emoji sunglass free. He doesn't have a, you might want them in case if it becomes a little glimmer of light there from time to time, but I don't think you'll need them as a rule. So if you head out the door, and hopefully you got a nice jacket, because it's going to be colder. Yesterday, I've got some notes. There's the planner. You can see out the door. 37, 36. So we actually stay pretty flat line. We just don't move much until we get to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 41. And if I believe my next slide is the day. Yeah, here it is. So I wanted to stop here so I can get some comments. But 43 is my expectation today for Knoxville, Oak Ridge, and Kingston. 44 for Athens, 39 Crossville, and a 41-degree high for Talbot, White Pine, Morristown. Morristown, about 41 degrees today. I got some notes I want to share with you. Yesterday, we hit 48. We hit 48 yesterday. I was expecting 48. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you finally got it right. You know, hey, I look at it like golf. If I can get it closer enough to the cup, if I can do it in 1 or 2 strokes like a birdie, I'll do that. But 1 or 2 degrees I like to be. Within 48 was our high. Normal high is 49, and of course the record low for today is 0 from 1880. So we're not anywhere near that type of cold. We'll take temperatures in the 30s this morning. Currently, again, we're in the 30s. We're headed to 43 this afternoon, so that's where I expect to be today. If you're on the call, Alice, Wanda, and Brenda are here, popping over to YouTube again. I see Marilyn Bell. If you have another comment on YouTube, I'd love to share that with you. All right, who's ready for the cold? Well, it's not going to be that cold at the stroke of midnight. I can assure you that. Because once we get into Sunday, we're going to climb into the lower 50s, a mild day, because the sun's going to pop out and the winds will pick up, 25 to 30 for gusts. So gusts on Sunday, 25 to 30 in the afternoon. But this is the stroke of midnight. I expect we'll be around 40, 41. Some areas, urban areas, could be 42, but we're going to be around 40 with mostly cloudy skies at the ball drop. And that's important because many of us are up late, and we're probably sleeping in on New Year's Day, which, of course, is Monday. Speaking of New Year's Day, we heard from Danny. It's all about Go Big Orange. It's orange on orange. It's the Citrus Bowl. Yeah, the Hawkeyes, Iowa, will be played. They're 10-3. We're 8-4. I expect temperatures will be in the mid-60s for kickoff and highs near 70. So we'll say 68 for the fourth quarter and partly cloudy. So that's where I expect to be. If you're traveling down into Orlando, this game is not here. This is in Orlando. You have to travel down there, or you could watch it on ABC. So headlines, drops and flakes today, drops and flakes on Saturday. And as I mentioned, the winds are going to pick up. Well, when's that? Like, I don't know, 2 to 5 p.m. on Sunday? 2 to 5, that's like after church. Yeah, I know. After church, 2 to 5. I think we're going to find those winds 25 to 30 miles per hour. So a gusty day. And the sun it'll eventually become a mostly sunny day on Sunday. So that's where things are. Now, as far as the futurecast, I'm going to show you the cold air kind of centered around Tennessee today, right? And it's that way tomorrow as well. And then you'll see this kind of ebbs and flows. And what we're looking at are temperatures at the 5,000-foot level. And you say, well, nobody lives there. Well, unless you're at Newfound Gap or higher, I would agree with you. However, if it's cold enough up there, it's cold enough to snow down here. And so you see some of the colder colors right through the early part of the new year. And then you might see, well, there looks like there's a warm up here. Where's that? It's just some green. Oh, it's really green there on the 9th. But that's a head fake. That's a pullback perhaps, because it just really locks and reloads as we head in the middle of the month. You can see some of the purple. That would suggest about single-digit wind chills, teens and 20s coming down from Chicago. And you can see that whole purple area. It's like, what was it, Barney the dinosaur? It's like, it's all coming down. It's all coming down. I'm moving the map here. But yeah, it's going to be, all that's coming down. Oh, that, look, could we get that kind of cold? Anything's possible. Be prepared. It could be a January to remember. It's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Let's talk about the future snowfall as I go back to my map. I'm kind of out of kilter here. But this is what I think might blow your mind if you're on Team Spring. You might want to, this is that moment where I don't caution you to look away. But if you feel the urge, Team Spring, put your fingers in your ears and go, la, 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 la. You can do that. Because what I'm about to show you might be a little disturbing. Because all this snow that wants to come into town looks like this. It just like fills in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. How snowy is that? That's a lot of snow. I'd say that's quite a bit of snow. Well, maybe if we could zoom in, that'd be a little easier to see. Now, again, this is model data. It's all fantasy, folks, until it's not. But this is what the model suggests we could see by the time we hit Wednesday night. Now, it says the 11th, but this would happen potentially on the 3rd, the night of the 3rd into the 4th. That's Wednesday night, Thursday. But this would be crazy. You know what's funny? If you got this snow, I think a lot of folks' winter weather outlook would be busted in one event. That's funny. One event would bust, if that verified. Mind you, that would be 7 inches, right? Am I seeing that correctly? About 7 inches could fall by the time we hit the Wednesday night into Thursday. So it's interesting to see. It's fantasy for right now until we know, because again, these models change each and every hour. It seems like every 3 to 6 hours for sure they change. They adjust. Kind of like AI, always looking for the solution. Mother Nature's always looking for balance, and that's what she's doing by suggesting that we have snow in our future. That's crazy. I know what some of you are thinking. Now, you can take your fingers out of your ears if you're on Team Spring, but Team Snow suddenly got some goosebumps, I think. If you're on the call, I see Felicia. She says, happy Friday. She's got Crafty Adventures. She says, Happy New Year's on YouTube. Kiddos are looking forward to seeing some flakes this weekend. But living in the Horseshoe, Knoxville, not looking forward to seeing any of it on the ground. Perhaps not this go-around, but maybe next week. Maybe next week could be your week if you're a Team Snow fan. Back to Facebook we go. I see Wanda. She says, I am so glad. My best weather you, David, be here, and thank you for keeping us updated. My pleasure. Dale Spurlock is saying good morning. Dale, good to have you here as well. I got to keep moving because I'm going to be done here in 6 minutes. It is currently 6:54. We have 37 degrees, but it feels like 32 with a wind that's out of the southwest at 6. And I suspect winds today will be southwest 5 to 10 plus. Now, mostly cloudy today? Sure. 30% chance for drops and flakes? Most of us, it's flurries, if not some sprinkles, maybe a brief rain shower, because look how quickly we warm up into the low 40s. You're not going to get much in the way of snow in the valley when it's 41 or 42 between 2 and 3 this afternoon. So everybody might have a different experience, and most of us might have a nothing burger today, and that's okay. That's okay. Notice Friday and Saturday look identical, 30%. So if you like it today, you'll love it tomorrow. Sunday looks mostly sunny but gusty in the afternoon, and then maybe some drops and flakes Monday. But we'll see something happen. I think Wednesday night into Thursday. In fact, I've adjusted the Wednesday night outlook to 80%. Wow, that's confident. 80%. You mean you think we could get some snow Wednesday night? 80% chance. And it's only Friday. Oh, yes, I like that. We're still days away. By the way, Storm Prediction Center highlighting no severe thunderstorms for at least the most of the 48. I have to squint. I have to go all the way to California. Is that where it is? Yep. General thunderstorms are possible today for San Francisco and Northern California, but nothing going on here. It is quiet, and no severe weather here tomorrow, but it could be again back toward California where some thunderstorms may be present. Nothing severe there, but general thunderstorms are possible. And then on Sunday, some of that general thunderstorm activity grows in the Houston area. Houston, Galveston, Stephen Snyder, if you're watching, Beaumont, also into parts of Louisiana, but nothing going on as far as thunder on Sunday. We have sunshine. It looks pretty good here by then. Now, this is interesting. Take a look at this map. This is where the drops may, or the flakes, may form by 8 o'clock. Or this is just over-depicted. Sometimes that happens too. Sometimes that happens too. That's 8 o'clock, but by the time we warm up in the low 40s, now it's a rain. Oh, you said we could get flakes. Possibly, yes. If you're in the Smokies, it's blue there, but it's green here. So there's not a whole lot of hope or window. The window of opportunity shrinks the warmer we get in the Knoxville area. But I think we've covered that. Midday today, that's 12 noon. Most of the drops are pushing east, and then it really is pretty much gone, it appears, by 5 o'clock drive today. Then we do it again tonight. This cold front kickstarts maybe a few extra showers for the Plateau and the Smokies. And again, we do a same situation tomorrow, a narrow window before we warm up to some raindrops, and it's gone. And ho-hum, so it goes. And then Sunday, the winds pick up in advance of this cold front, and then on the backside. So gusts of wind Sunday, gusts of wind Sunday, 25 to 30 miles per hour. That's what I expect to see. So that's kind of like the macro view. Let's zoom in, pick out your favorite town. I mean, this would suggest we got some snow in Jefferson County by 9:30. It's not off the table, but that's why I left a 30% chance. I mean, 70% of us by 9:30 don't have anything, right? Yeah, I got nothing. That's what the thought may be. But there will be others that might post on Facebook, look what I got. It's snowing, but how much you get? Nothing. I didn't get anything, but it snowed hard for 5 minutes. Okay, that's called a flurry, all right? Short duration, moves in and moves out. There's 12 noon, not much to see here. But tonight's different. If you look at Crossville, let's look at Crossville tonight. There's 5, I believe it's 8, yeah, 8 o'clock, 8:15 Eastern. You would think, if you're in Crossville, that winter has arrived. But just a few minutes later, it's gone and maybe north of Jamestown. There's 10 o'clock, 10:15 Eastern time. So north of Jamestown, a couple of snow showers there. But again, it's just not a huge deal. So it's in the forecast. Even Saturday doesn't look much different, although it looks like it gets into raindrop territory by 10 a.m. for Knoxville. Maybe a snowflake around Oak Ridge. It just depends on where you are and the time of day. But it moves out pretty quickly. I have a 30% chance of precipitation today, 30% chance tomorrow, and then the sun pops out on Sunday, becoming mostly sunny and a little gusty in the afternoon. So here's your forecast. It is 6:58. I've got time for some comments, questions. I see Kelly Hart. She says, I want tones of snow. Am I reading that right? She wants tones of snow. I don't know if that, maybe she wants a snow. But either way, it's coming whether we like it or not. But I think, Kelly, you could be a great weather spotter for us. Go to the David Aldrich Weather Group, because I have a special page for spotters. If you have some great pictures, you could share them with me. And Christopher says, good morning. Glad to have Christopher here. Good morning to you. Linda Rice, also noting, good morning, David. She says, it's cold here in Cumberland Gap. Have a great day. Dawn Coleman says, good morning. Please, snow, please. Oh, well, share this with your snow lovers, because they're probably hibernating, because last winter was... well, it was sad, right? We had 1.6 inches of snow the day after Christmas and not a measurable snowfall since. So really, we're kind of in a snow drought. So I think there's some of those who are on Team Snow that are maybe forgot that they're on Team Snow. But Dawn, share it with all your friends. Let them know that that's what we're excited about. And I see Felicia says, any chance of the roads icing around Knoxville overnight? We can talk about that as I get to the forecast. But today, 43 for the afternoon, mostly cloudy. 30% chance of drops and flakes, 5 to 10 plus for Winston. Now today, if you're in Newport, I think you could easily get to 44, possibly 45. 44 for Athens, but only 40 for Oneida, 42 for La Follette. Speaking of temperatures, if you're traveling, they'll be in the upper 30s for the Tri-Cities and Asheville today. and low 40s for Nashville as well as parts of Alabama. Huntsville about 42. Tonight down to 33. I don't expect a whole lot of icing here, Felicia, but it's cold enough to see your breath. More clouds, some wet flakes, and again, snow showers may be more present for the Crossville, Jamestown area, but even that's not going to be long lasting. It's going to be hit and run. You know, they come in and then they're gone. And then everybody else who's further east goes, well, when am I going to get some? It's just the way it goes. It's the way the snowflake crumbles, the cookie crumbles, so it goes. But 33, the low temperature tonight. Pick out your favorite town. It will be colder in Crossville. They're down to 29 tonight. 30 Wartburg, 32 Morristown, 27 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, a little colder there in the Smokies. And they may see up to an inch or more for some of the higher elevations. 7-day forecast. Here we go. 7 o'clock straight up, finishing on time. And boy, is there some modification made for Wednesday night. You can already see that little snowy icon on the right. 43 for Saturday. Happy New Year. We go to 40 for this ball drop. 44 for Monday itself with some drops and flakes. But we'll see. If we get a southern slider, which this suggests it would be, Wednesday night, Thursday, that's your best opportunity for a Knoxville snow. Something that comes up from the south that moves between, say, Chattanooga and Atlanta. Even if it's east of Atlanta, we could still get enough shrapnel that we get some decent snows here. So we'll want to watch that. And the time frame right now, because it can change, is Wednesday night of next week. So we'll be watching that so closely. You look at low temperatures in the 20s for Knoxville, Monday night, Tuesday morning, and Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I would urge you, in fact, I would encourage you, if you're curious what I think winter will hold, check out my 15-minute video that's now online on Captain Accurate Premium on Facebook. You're also the first to see every snow forecast. So if you're of the type that say, well, how much am I going to get? How much am I going to get? You're going to be doing that all winter long. Unless you join Premium, it's only 16 stars a day, right? 16 cents a day. That's $4.99 a month. So for the price of one cup of coffee, you could join us. Go to CaptainAccurate.com. You can sign up. The URL is at the bottom of this map here, the slide, and that's how easy it is to sign up. You can cancel anytime. But it is like getting two streams or different streams of information, Premium and my Facebook page. My Premium members see the posts on the same Facebook page that you look at, but because they're members, they get the exclusive information. And I do this regularly, each and every day. I've been doing this now for over a year, and I have some of the same members that have been with me that whole journey. So I appreciate all of your support. Anyway, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. I hope you have a great weekend and a Happy New Year. May very well, unless you're a Premium member, I'm going to see them before the weekend's over. But I do want to say Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. I guess next year's like Monday. But anyway, we'll see you soon. Take care.